Everything Browns Nation, what's going on? 7 o'clock on a Thursday. Here we go. Now I know
Everything Browns
we may be a
Nation,
little riled
what's
up today,
going on?
but
7
programming
o'clock on a
notice this
Thursday.
is going
Here
to
we
be the
go.
new day
Now
for
I
Everything
know.
Browns
We
Nation.
may be a
So
little
if you
riled
love
up today,
Thursdays,
but
then you should be
programming
excited.
notice
This is
Thursday.
going
Here
to
we
be
go.
the new day. If
Now
you hate
Everything
Thursdays,
Browns Nation,
then I'm
maybe
sad
a
for
little
you.
riled up today,
Hopefully you'll begin
but
to
you
like
should be
Thursdays.
excited.
Welcome.
This is
Thank you
going to
everybody
be
for
the new
joining
day.
on
If you hate
YouTube and
Thursdays,
Facebook. Let's
then
get
I'm
to the
sad for you.
comments if my
Hopefully
phone
you'll
would load
begin
up.
to like Thursdays.
YouTube, George says, let's get
Thank you
this
everybody
going.
for
Clyde says,
joining
what's
on
going
YouTube
on?
and Facebook.
Cheryl
Let's
says,
get to the
dog
comments if my
check.
phone would
We got a
load
lot
up.
to talk
George
about
says, let's get this going.
today.
Clyde says,
And my
what's
phone
going
is
on?
not loading
Cheryl
up,
says,
but that's
get
cool.
the comments if
Whatever
my
the
phone
case
would
may
load
be.
up.
Hopefully it will, so I
George
can get
says,
to my Facebook
and my phone
peeps.
is not loading up,
But it won't let me. Once my
Whatever
phone
the
loads
case
up,
may
I'll
be.
get to my
Hopefully
Facebook
it will,
peeps.
so I can
We
get
know
to
what
my
we're going to talk
Facebook
about today.
peeps.
Let's get right
But it
into
won't
it.
let me.
No
Once my
need
phone loads up, I'll
to
get to my
even.
Facebook peeps. We know what we're
Turn
going to
down
talk
your
about
phone.
today.
Turn down
Let's
your
get
phone.
right
No
into
need
it. No
to
need to
even,
you know. We know.
Let's just get into it. Myles Garrett. How do you feel he loses his appeal today? How do you feel about that situation? He lost his appeal. Now, I know we all have emotions about this. How do you feel that he lost his appeal? The NFL said they don't care. I don't care what you said. He said a racial slur was said by Mason Rudolph. Mason, he denied it. Of course he was going to deny it. I think Roger Goodell, it don't matter what was brought up. He was going to suspend Myles indefinitely. It did not matter what was brought up today. That's my opinion on this situation. I thought it... Oh, you guys got an echo. Do you still hear an echo? Let me know if you still hear an echo. I just got to the comments. Do you hear an echo? Let me know. You said it stopped. Cool. Sorry about that. I think Roger Goodell already in his mind when he woke up James Thrash, whoever was making this decision, did not care what Myles had to say. Now, was he telling the truth? Was he lying? I don't know. I'm not in Myles' heart. But if you can look on your screen, I'm a black man. I don't know if that shocked you, but you've seen me for weeks. I'm a black man. Now, if Myles lied, he lied. I don't know. That's not nothing I would lie about. I'm not saying he lied. I'm not saying he telling the truth. I don't know. That's not nothing I would lie about. But I will tell you this. He was pretty angry. So, something had to happen. I've heard some people say, well, why didn't he say it right at the locker after the game? I don't know. Why don't you ask Myles? What if he said it right at the locker? Would they have not suspended him? Would they have said, well, why don't you go hit him in the helmet? Go do it again. No, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have at all. But that's an egregious thing to lie about. We'll have to see. But I think their mind was made up regardless of what Myles had to say. But some say they don't believe him. We'll have to see. Will this audio ever get leaked? I don't think so. But they say they couldn't find anything. That's fine. He's suspended indefinitely. I don't think they were going to change their minds at all. I just don't believe they were. I think they were set in their ways. Now, he could be lying. I don't know. But I think they were not going to change their minds. Kitchen says he wasn't. Hey, this is between me and Myles. But for somebody to get that angry, hey, something had to be said. Something had to be done. We seen him kick him in the groin. So who knows? My man LA said he just made a statement on Twitter. Let me know what that say, LA. That's my guy. Let me know what he said on Twitter if you could. I can't pull it up. I was already echoing. I got that fixed. Thank goodness. If I echoed the whole show, that would be so annoying. Kyle said he made an example of Miles. LA said we knew Goodell was going to do. He told us last week. Myron says good evening, Corey. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. AAA says what's up, Corey. Shout out to everybody on YouTube as well. And if you haven't, like, subscribe, share on YouTube. Link is in the description on Facebook if you haven't already. Brandon says free Miles. Jason said racial slur or not, Rudolph started it. Miles was trying to back away with two Steelers holding him back. Now, I have said it. If you haven't seen what I made on YouTube a couple days ago, you can check it out. I'm not saying what Miles did was right. I am not saying that. I will not get on here and say you can go throwing helmets like it's Thor's hammer. I didn't say you could do that, but it's hard for me to believe that he just got up and nothing was done to provoke it. That he just got up and said, you know what? I'm going to throw a helmet because I feel like it. No, that didn't happen. You cannot make me believe that. Something had to happen for a man to swing a helmet. Was it right? No. I'm not saying it was the right thing to do. But something had to set this man off to throw a to swing a freaking helmet at his head. Think about how violent that is, to swing a helmet at someone's head. Something had to trigger that. Now, what was it? I guess we'll never know because the NFL says it wasn't a racial slur. They couldn't find anything. So I guess it wasn't. I don't know. We'll never know. Who is for me to say? But I know he did kick at his groin, and I know he did grab at it because I've seen pictures. I've seen it. I know he tried to rip his helmet off. I've seen that too. But I guess the NFL said, well, that's standard procedure. You can get up and try to pull a man's helmet off. I guess that's cool too, because you're not big enough to defend yourself. Shane says, Corey, this is BS. Let me get to some of the comments because I am just on a roll. Philip says Roger Goodell's a joke. Laura says ready for Corey's rant. Tamara says this is BS. David says NFL hates the Browns. The echo stop. Good looking. Appreciate you. Bo says I think Garrett should pull a Tom Brady and take him to court. Scott says some fans are posting I don't believe Garrett because he waited to say what Rudolph says as if they believe him if he said it right away. Pouncey got 2-game suspension. That's another one. So you can just kick a man in the face and get 2 games. Hey, duly noted, people. Let's kick him in the face. We're defending our quarterback. Laura says, please share, post, and subscribe to YouTube. Appreciate that. Norman says there was a pic where it looked like Miles got bitten by Rudolph. Joe says, I'm sorry, but I'm upset that Pouncey actually got his reduced after kicking a man in the head. Scott says, don't even think it's in Miles' character to bring up insanity. His camp might have said to wait. We don't know. What up, Corey, says Marco. Listen. I'm not saying what he did was right. I will say it numerous times. You can't hit somebody in the head with a helmet. You can't do it. It's obvious. But he didn't do it for no reason. Something had to be done. Where it was kicked in the groin, kicked in the meat, kicked in the nuts, grabbed in the nuts. Erase something had to be done. And my guy LA coming through. My guy from Akron who is, man, listen, man, that guy Twitter game is on point. Mine is trash, but that's not the point. He said basically Miles said he thought the hearing was going to be discreet. It was not meant for the public and he heard what he heard. He says it doesn't excuse his actions though. So basically Miles still being a stand-up guy. He thought it would be discreet. The NFL leaked it. But no excuse for what he did. Thank you, LA, for relaying that to us on this podcast / fan venting session. My guy, LA. Like I said, and like he said, no excuse for his actions, but I just can't believe that, hey, he just wanted to swing his helmet for no reason at all. Something happened in that pile. We seen him grabbing the helmet. He just wasn't strong enough to get it off. Rudolph wasn't strong enough. What if he was strong enough and yanked his helmet off? Then what? What would have happened then? If he was strong enough to yank that helmet off, then what would the story be then? Nobody's thought about that, have they? What if he was strong enough to yank that helmet off of Miles? But nobody wants to talk about that. Let's play the victim to Rudolph, Mr. 4 interceptions himself. Can't find a receiver if you paid him to. But we're not going to get into that. Marco says, I remember when the Eagles were playing the Cowboys and one of the Eagles defender tried to rip off Zeke's thingy. I seen that play live. They tried. Man, but nobody said anything about that. I guess going for the meat is the thing in the NFL. It is fine. Who cares about that? Go for their meat. You will be okay in the NFL. Reach for the meat. That should be the slogan, because who cares, right? Adrian Daniels on YouTube says Rudolph should get suspended indefinitely as well. I won't go that far. I feel your pain. Didn't he get kicked in the nuts, says Adrian? He did. I feel your pain. I don't think he should get indefinitely suspended, but he should get suspended at least a game. I mean, he started it. If he wasn't crying like a baby because he got sacked for like the 28th time, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but if he didn't get sacked for the 28th time on a screen pass that was ridiculous, it wouldn't have happened. I know Pittsburgh fans, if they ever see this, oh, you're crying over spilt milk. Miles he shouldn't have did it. Oh, shut up. I don't care, all right? I don't care. I try to be an even-keeled person. I try to see it from both sides of the spectrum. When I seen it, I'm like, whoa, Miles, what's going on? And then I watched it again. Man, you can't pull at a man's helmet, reach for his meat, kick at it, then run at him once you lose your helmet because you're trying to defend your manhood. That's really what happened. His helmet got snatched off and he said, wait a minute, my girl's watching, my mama's watching, let me go for it like I'm trying to protect myself. That's what really happened. If we're being real about it. Makes me sick. Chris says, it's punishment enough having to keep him at QB. Rudolph and the Steelers are a joke, acting like they didn't have a role in the fight. And that's another thing. Chris says, what's up? Sorry I'm late to the party. And another thing, now that I'm going. Mike Tomlin of all people. Now, you expect me to believe. Now, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I don't claim to be the smartest person in the world, okay? When I'm wrong, I will admit it. You expect me to believe you don't believe you had a role in the fight? This the same man that will step a toe over the sideline to try and trip Jacoby Jones on a punt return and then just step back like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, shut up, Mike Tomlin. You're the last person I'm going to listen to when it comes to integrity on anything on a football field. You may be able to coach, but when it comes to integrity, I'd rather listen to a baby seal, okay? I don't know what my infection with baby seal, but that's not the point. You and integrity, I don't want to hear it because you tried to trip a man on a punt return. Talk about you don't know your role. Your quarterback picked the fight. Stop it with that nonsense, Mike Tomlin. And I know Pittsburgh people are happy and they're all cheering that he's gone and Mike and Pouncey got his reduced. I don't care. And Aaron says, what's going on with Hollywood Higgins? He's not playing a lot of minutes. Why is Kitchens not playing him? My guy, Aaron. I wish I knew. If you check out the page on YouTube, I just made a video about that. What a coinky dink. I wish I knew what was going on with Hollywood Higgins, my guy. That is a mystery we all knew. I guess he is in Freddie's dog house for good. Kadero Hodge is getting more minutes than him. Who knew? Who knew? But that's my take on Myles Garrett. I'm tired of it. I know the Browns nation is tired of it. It's not like we're saying what he did was right, but just to act like he did it, he just got up and said, you know what, it's time to swing a helmet. That's, from my point of view, what annoys us. And Mason Rudolph has played like the victim. I hope he gets sacked 36 times next game, 36 blindside hits, and he fumbles 27 out of 36 times. That's what I hope. I know that's unrealistic, but I don't care. Sometimes I could be unrealistic and non-apologetic about it, and people leave comments and say, you're stupid, what are you talking about? And say, you know what? I don't care about your comment, because that's how I feel about the situation. Thank you for joining. If you're new, Everything Browns Nation, I appreciate you for joining us on Thursday, which will be our new time going forward from 7 to 8. I woke up and I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm liking this Thursday thing. I'm riled up. They done made me upset with this whole Myles Garrett thing. We didn't find any, whatever. All right? I've heard about it all week. Everybody's tweeting about it, talking about it. And I'm sick of it. Everybody's experts. Everybody knows everything around the world. They wake up, they're an expert. They tweet about it, and they feel good. They Facebook it, whatever you want to call it, whatever. Thank you for joining. This will be the new time. If you haven't, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate you. We are the voice of the fans, and we must be heard, because if not, then we just won't. I have no fancy thing about it. We won't. But what's getting lost in all of this, my guy Chris says, Rudolph got all up in her feelings and tried to act tough. She got what she deserved. Pittsburgh, you need Cap. And that was Wilt. And Rob said, we want ear, blood. And Chris said, Harrison talking crap like he wasn't a dirty player. I believe he is the father of perfect. Thank you. But what got lost in all of that, is we actually won a game. And that's getting swept under the rug. Is we won a football game. And LA said, laugh my ass off, never change, Corey. I don't plan on it, my guy. I don't plan on it. Listen, I am who I am. Some people like me. Some people don't. It is what it is. But I appreciate you, my guy. We won a football game and nobody has talked about it. I did. But nobody's talked about it. Like, is that swept under the rug because of this situation? Well, not on this podcast. It will not. We won a football game 21-7. And nobody wants to talk about it. We beat Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Hello. My guy LA talked about it on Twitter. I'm shouting you out, man. You've talked about it. But that's about it. I know our fans here in this podcast have talked about it. But I'm talking about nationally. Nobody wants to talk about the victory. Hello, we won. I don't care if they have a crappy quarterback. We beat Pittsburgh. Yes, we did. 21-7. The defense shut them down. What was the good about this game? The defense. Their 7 points was all of our penalties and the referees. We came out in the field and I think subconsciously we said, you know what? Let's just give them 7 points. Because their drive was all of our 7 points. And I know Pittsburgh fans are saying, well, we didn't have Connor and Juju got hurt. Now, Juju, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't like injuries and I don't care. I'm not some like Pittsburgh fans who want death threats on Randall. Don't get me started on that neither. The whole thing's got me started. Death threats? Really? That's classy. And you want to talk about Myles Garrett swinging a helmet? You want to kill people. Oh, yeah. Bravo to you, Pittsburgh fans. You want to kill a safety because he did a helmet-to-helmet hit. Yeah, like he was running so fast that he could just stop. Stop it, okay? You want to kill people. Oh, yeah, you're classy. But anyways, I don't want Juju to get hurt, okay? No. But don't give me no excuses now. Connor didn't play the 2 games before that I believe. We won the game. Our defense did its job against a poopy quarterback. Okay? That's what they did. To me, what was the bad about that game? Still not feeling the offense. I know Pittsburgh defense was good. And in the comments, you could tell me if I'm wrong about this, but I still think our offense, now more than ever, needs to get it together. Please. Please get it together. It should have been way better than 21-7 in my opinion. 4 turnovers, 21 points, that doesn't add up to me. That's not good enough. Now, I know the kicker missed 2 field goals, and that's another thing. Let me get to that. LA said they didn't make excuses when they beat all our crappy QBs, so I don't care who lines up for them. Preach. And George says, let's get going. GT is playing NC State. The audio is jacked up. What's wrong with the audio? Uh-oh, is the audio messed up again? Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know what's going on. Is somebody having a problem with the audio like George? Somebody let me know in the comments. Will says, go Browns. Chris says, We beat them, but the sorry excuses started coming out about all their injuries, talking about we beat their second string, but they brag every year about beating our backups. I feel you. And he says the defense looked great. Offense is still very suspect and needs work. I agree with that too.
Dog tag!
I agree with that too.
Dog tag!
I agree. Rudolph is definitely lying about the racial slur. Aaron says audio is good, and Clyde said my audio is clear. My audio on YouTube is good. My audio is good. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 that says audio is good. George, you're trying to give me a heart attack. I don't know what's going on, but they said the audio is good. George says no, so now I am totally confused. All right, so Laura on Facebook said audio is fine. Shane says I hear you just fine. I don't know what's going on, George. Maybe you're just trying to watch that game. I don't know. But back to the Pittsburgh game. I agree with you guys. Our offense needs to get it together quickly and in a hurry. Like now. Especially with Myles Garrett out. And we're going to talk about that. What ramifications does it have? But with 4 turnovers, 21 points is not acceptable to me. And the one thing I don't want to hear, and you tell me if you've seen this, and if you was one of them, chat in the comment, fess up. Siebert, whatever, 16 for 16. Now, he missed 2 egregious field goals. I know they were way right. I seen people saying they want a new kicker. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? He missed 2 kicks and you want a new kicker? I actually seen it and I said, are y'all kidding me right now? You want a new kicker after 2 misses? I know he missed some extra points, but he was 16 for 16. Yes, he missed them wide right. I understand it was terrible misses. But you want a new kicker now after missing 2? I said, I just don't understand. What do you guys want? He's not going to make every kick. I understand the 2 misses were just egregious misses. I mean, they weren't even close. So it could have been 27-7, but the man's been perfect. He's going to miss. So if you were one of them people, let me know in the comment. Be honest. But if you've seen that, let me know in the comments. If you've seen people saying we need a new kicker after missing 2 kicks. Shane says, I like Siebert. Kicker is fine. Shut up. Exactly. That's what I said. Are you kidding me? Really, people? 2. He was perfect all year, and now you want to replace him? I almost lost my mind. But I don't comment on stuff because I try to keep cool and collective until I come on the show. But that made me want to lose my mind. Who's going to take Myles' place? The whole team got to take Myles' place, 504. Thank you for tuning in. Vincent says, I really don't like the fact that the NFL is acting like Rudolph did nothing. Me either, my guy. George says, and I'm a white man. LA said Chris Smith will take Garrett's place. 504 says, that's those fair weather fans. And Vincent said, I love Siebert. He looks great for a rookie kicker. Siebert? He looked great for... Oh, sorry. Yeah, Siebert. I'm thinking Schobert. I'm thinking him because he has a groin injury, and that scares me. Yes, Siebert looks great as a kicker. I had Schobert go on my head because he injured his groin, and that makes me nervous because he killed it against Pittsburgh. Schobert has been beasting it. But yes, Siebert has looked good. He missed 2 kicks. Calm down, people. I'm not saying you guys. I'm talking about some of the fans I've seen losing their mind when he missed 2 kicks. Bo says you have to treat Myles like an injury. Next man up. Don't mess with what works. Exactly. I'm with you guys. Our kicker is great. Good. Lori said, I think everyone is looking for a Dawson. You can't replace Dawson. Our kicker is fine. Preach. That's why I like you guys. Preach. George says, I'm on the iPhone. It's fixed now. All right, George. Glad you are back. Since we're talking about it, let's talk about it. Who needs to step up now that Garrett is out? Who needs to step up? Now, LA's already told us who's taking his place, Chris Smith. But who needs to step up now that Myles Garrett is out. We know he's out. There's no coming back. There's no Willis Reed moment. There's no nothing. He's gone. We might as well get used to it. Our best defensive player, who's going to step up while he's out? Tony says 1 game is not enough to get fired. Exactly. I'm with you guys. I couldn't believe what I seen. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm with you guys. You are preaching to the choir. Olivier Vernon, I agree. But he's got that knee issue. Does anybody know when he's coming back? When he's playing? I keep seeing on the injury report, did not participate in practice. It's not looking good. Just like one season, says Tony, not enough for our coach. Lawrence do look beastie in pre-season, says Chris. I see a Lawrence in there. Triple A says Vernon needs to step up. Benson says Chad Thomas and Schobert and Richardson. Well, everybody's on the defensive side of the ball. Interesting. I'm saying our offense needs to step up. I'm not even putting anybody on the defensive side of the ball. It's time for the offense to live up to what we all thought they could be. It's time. The defense has been injured. They've been ouchy. They all haven't been healthy since week 1. Week 1. It's time for the offense to step up. Nobody on defense. I get somebody on defense has to step up. I'm speaking hyperbole when I say nobody on defense. But at the end of the day, it's time for the offense to put it on their shoulders. This is time. This is so-called easy part of our schedule. No excuses. Miles is gone. Olivier's hurt. Time to put up some points. You've got your weapons there. They're playing. Let's go. The defense has done enough for you this year. It's not over. There's 6 games left. It's time for you to do what we thought. I'm tired of our offense going on the field, and I'm scared. Oh, Lord, what's going to happen next? Are we going to fail in the red zone? Are we going to turn it over? Are we going to call a stupid play when we don't need to? It is time for our offense to step it up. In the absence of Myles Garrett. That's who I'm picking. I'm not picking one person on defense. To me, they have done their job. Triple A says, amen. Vincent says, Baker has looked better, though, the last couple of games. I agree. LA says, yes, I agree. It's time for the offense to step up. They are facing soft defenses the remaining schedule. 504 says, Kitchens need to step down from play calling. Too many weapons not to be at least 9-2 right now on YouTube. On Facebook, Jimmy says, Chubb is a beast. Tony says, I'd like to see Mac 51. Eric says, very true. If we score enough points, the defense won't matter. Lori says, Cody Lees. Jimmy says, run the ball. Hey, run the ball. Hey, we've been saying that all year. Run Nick freaking Chubb. Nick freaking Chubb. That's my name for him. I don't know
Dog
what y'all call
tag!
him, but that's what I call him.
Dog
Nick
tag!
freaking Chubb. Run him. Run him some more. And then run him again. And we got Kareem Hunt, OBJ, Landry. Too many weapons, I agree, for this offense not to be good. And Chris says, we're 10 games and this offense has shown no improvement other than Baker not throwing to the other team. Defense is our only hope. I haven't lost hope yet, but I see what you're saying. 504 says Higgins needs to play more since he's Baker's favorite receiver and they have a good completion rate. I've gave up on Higgins. If you haven't seen the video I made the other day, check it out. The Higgins train is over. It's done. Put a sock in it. I have given up on the Hollywood Higgins train. It's not because I don't believe in him. I believe he is our third receiver. I believe he would flourish in this offense. But Freddie Kitchens has some sort of hatred for my guy, our guy, Hollywood Higgins. And I don't know what it is. The Kadero Hodge show is here. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But I might as well ask it. Why is the offense struggling? I know what the easy answer is, but I want a different answer than Freddie Kitchens. I know. But Corey, that's the answer. Duh. It's Freddie Kitchens. I know. But come on. Let's think of something else besides Freddie. Why is it struggling still? Is it just simple as Freddie Kitchens? I know if we made a poll and we said Freddie, Todd Monken, Baker, other, Freddie's going to be like 95% of the answer. I understand that. But when you watch the games, why is it still in the mud? Like when you watch it, is it just simple as remove Freddie, place in this person, and the offense is fine? Why is this offense still struggling? Because if you just look on paper, there's no way that we scored just 21 points. It's just not happening. Like it dumbfounds me. So why is it struggling? Is it just Freddie? Is that it? Just Freddie? That's the problem? Tony says it's the offensive line. Will says we are fine. Or maybe he said that before the question. I'm not sure. Maybe I missed the comment. He says we are fine. 504 says the O-line is trash. AAA says your video on Higgins was spot on. I appreciate you, AAA, for watching the video, commenting on it, hashtagging it. I appreciate you, my guy. 504 says the left tackle. LA says that they actually face tough defenses at the beginning of their schedule, plus a side of Freddie Kitchens. Hey, he even gave a side dish. That's what I'm talking about. So he's saying partly schedule, partly Freddie Kitchens. Tony says, look at all the great coaches. First year, they were all loading records. Okay. Jimmy says, curse, laugh out loud. They just need to gel. Will says, team still trying to gel. So a lot of people are giving them a little pass, trying to gel, 4-6. Okay. Trying to gel. Loaded schedule. The left tackle. The line. There's one person I haven't seen in here that nobody has said. Some people are scared to say. It's like the name that you can't say on this team without getting booed out of the stadium, off the screen. Well, I'm going to say it. And y'all can boo me all y'all want. It's partly him too. I'm going to say Baker Mayfield. Oh my goodness. How could you say it? You're wearing his shirt. How could you say that Baker is why the offense is struggling? He's part of the problem. Why? Well, to the past 2 games, did you see his numbers? It's the line's fault. It's Freddie's fault. I know, but he's still the quarterback. He's still making decisions. He said it himself, but he's supposed to say that. He's the leader of the team. It's not his fault. Listen, I love Baker Mayfield, but part of it is his fault. He's regressing. He said it. He said it in an interview. I thought I was just going to show up. I got OBJ, I got Landry, and we good. Oh, he didn't mean that. What are you talking about? None of this is Baker's fault. Okay. You can believe that. Listen, I've been defending Baker all year long. Now, these past 2 games, yes, he's played better. Last game, he was 17 for 32. It's not great, but no turnovers. You know why he's part of it? Because we just said he didn't turn the ball over. And we were happy with that. We were ecstatic. He didn't turn the ball over, and we're ecstatic. I know Freddie's the problem. I get that. I've absolved him because I'm tired of talking about it because it's not going to change. He's not going anywhere. He's not giving up the plays. So I'm done talking about Freddie Kitchens because he's here. Just live with it. We're living with it. Now I'm talking about who can get better. Who can get better. Who I believe in. And that's Baker Mayfield. And he has said it himself. He gets better. This offense goes to the moon. He starts playing like last year. It goes to the moon. Freddie ain't going nowhere. So I'm going to say the thing that nobody wants to say, and I know I'm going to get booed in the comments. How could you? But he's played better, no turnovers, and we're happy with that. Now if he throws more touchdowns and that completion rating goes up, we are going to go to the moon, and then we'll start blowing out teams. Now let's see how bad I get booed. Bible Force says, yeah, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt when he's always on the run. It's hard to get established, but yeah, he's part of the blame too. Elliot says Baker has been getting rid of the ball quicker. That's why he's getting better. That's on YouTube. Facebook says losing OBJ. Oh, nobody said OBJ. That's a new one. Look at the new addition to the team this year. Go Browns has been. Chris says, boo, I dare you. Laugh out loud. You are exactly right, and I've been saying it all season. Tony says five of his 6 interceptions was dropped first. Shane said he hasn't turned the ball over in his last 543 pass attempts. Did you go to Pro Football Focus, Shane? My guy. Now, that's a stat for you right there. Out of his 143 attempts, he hasn't thrown an interception. My guy. Good stat. And he has been getting better. And if he continues on this trend, we will continue the win. Clyde says it's the second year for Baker. Film is amazing. Exactly. They get film on you, and we'll see. And that's why I don't know why everybody's jumping off a cliff. Some people was week 2. Oh, I'm done with Baker. Oh, come on, people. Come on. He's going to struggle. But as he continues to get better, and I think even next year with him and OBJ, man, listen. I think they're going to be a problem. But that's another conversation for another day. But Freddie is the easy answer. We all know that is so easy. But I just wanted to open the dialogue to something different. Chris said out of his 143 attempts, he's completed 5. Oh, Chris. Elliot says, it's a crazy world, won't let the QBs grow anymore. That is a good conversation to have, because we're in a different era now where if you don't have instant success, people just want to move on like your yesterday's news. We have to let them grow. And it's a stat I like to see, but a stat I don't like to see, because the Peyton Mannings and the Brett Favres were able to grow. They didn't have social media. They didn't have Facebook or Twitter. They had a newspaper. I got to read to see that he struggled? Oh, forget that. I'll watch him next week. Now, you just pull him up. He struggled. He is trash. I need somebody else. That's what they live in. That's the territory they came in. So that is very, very good. It's always next year, LOL, says Tony. Baker will get better. And I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I want to thank everybody for watching. You all
Dog check!
Dog check. You're still here with me. We got about 20 minutes left in the show. Let me know how you're feeling, where you're watching from, what device you're watching on, and what is your confidence level left in this football team going on for the rest of the season.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
What is your confidence level from 1 to 10?
I woke up feeling dangerous.
Left in this season. Let's go. And there's a reason why I asked that question.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
Do you wake up like that? Do you wake up feeling dangerous? Or do you wake up like that? You just laugh because you know the inevitable is about to happen. Let me know what your confidence level is in this team right now and going through the season. George said someone needs to hire a sniper and take care of Roger. I'm crystal clear now. Great to hear it, George. There's a reason why I asked that question, because can the Browns still turn it around at 4-6? Jimmy says 8.5. Norman's in the Columbus, Ohio. Galaxy S8. Ben's at a 7. Will says we do not need to keep changing QBs and coaches. We will finish 9-7 or 8-8. Tom says 6. Like, how many wins will we get the rest of the year? He's at a 6. And Will says, I'm in Florida. Just your confidence level. If you're at a 6, then you're a little bit above a 5. Just your confidence level. The reason I'd ask that, because right now, the Browns have the Raiders, the Steelers, and the Titans ahead of them, behind the Texans for that wild card spot. Now I know I'm looking ahead, but I want to see your confidence level, because we got the Dolphins this Sunday and then right back to Pittsburgh. And you never know, you could be 6-6 and right back in the thick of things. So what's your confidence level? Chris says we could win 4 out of our 6. Maybe a 5 is his confidence level. And Jimmy says Atlanta, Georgia, Galaxy A50. Hey. 504 says Cleveland, Ohio, Galaxy S7 Edge. As I said, he's a 7. Confidence level has dropped to a 7. So where were you at, 504, if you dropped to a 7? Clyde says, watching from my Nokia flip phone. Just kidding. He's on an iPhone. Jeremy is at an 11.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
My guy's at an 11. Now that's what I'm talking about. Wow.
I woke up feeling dangerous.
He's at an 11. Woo! He is confident. He is sky high. He says, we're winning every single game. I don't want to hear it. Wow. 504 says the offseason, I was at 100. That's a big drop. All right. Yep. You didn't drop there, buddy. He didn't drop. All right. He went from 100 to a 7. Now I know where you were at. Tony says missing playoffs is a total letdown. Jimmy says smashing these next 2 games for sure. My confidence level, I'm around a 6 right now. I know that's like a D. If you do percent, that's 60%. I go from game to game. No game is an automatic win. I'm still staying there. I don't care who they play, because I don't know who is showing up. I know, but Corey, they play the Bengals twice. Pencil it in. That's victory. Hey, you got to play the game. All right? I'm at a 6. I need to see how they're going to show up, how they're going to play. We have invented new ways to lose this year. Just new ways to lose. So I'm at a 6. I think they can turn it around. I really do. Looking at the schedule, Baltimore and Arizona. Those 2 games right there. How could you say Arizona? They can put up some points. Kyler Murray's running around like that little black cat did against the Giants. Just running around like he has no fear in the world. Flinging that ball all over the place. They can put up some points, but their defense can give up points too. So you don't know who's going to show up that game. And then do I got to say anything about Baltimore? Do I need to explain Baltimore? I can just say it and you say, okay. Okay, I know we beat them 40 to 25. I know we went into Baltimore and we beat them, so we should be able to do it again. But do I need to say anything when I say Baltimore? You should just go, okay, I understand why that game's on your schedule is. Baltimore and Arizona are the games that make me go, we'll have to see. The other ones, I think we should be in the driver's seat to win. And I know Pittsburgh's going to be on some revenge tour. You hit our quarterback with his helmet. Why I oughta. Okay. As long as he's the quarterback, we got a shot. A good shot to win that game. Natasha says, my confidence is a 3.5, but I will still have hope every game. A 3.5. She put a bark in the chat, so she gets the bark. Chris says Cardinals have been playing decent. They are like the Browns last year in every game, just coming up short. He's right on that one. Triple A says Arizona could be a trap game. Triple A says no game is guaranteed. As Jeremy says, I really don't think that the Steelers care that much about Rudolph to make it a big deal. Well, they acted like it, Jeremy. Man, Pouncey, he was kicking like he was in the UFC. Like, man, that's my teammate. That's my quarterback. He had a T.O. moment on steroids. So they act like they love that man. So I don't know, Jeremy. I don't know. They act like they love that man. That's my quarterback. I mean, no. So they act like they love that man. I guess 4 picks wasn't enough. So I don't know. They was going ham for that guy. That's all I'm saying. They was going Hamlet for that man. Tony says 6-0 in division will make the best year in a long time. Yes, it would. You should have 2 wins against Cincinnati. 2 wins against Pittsburgh. I mean, we have the better team, even though winning on the road in the NFL is not easy. But that Baltimore game, man. Listen, y'all can say what y'all want. Y'all can call me, man, come on, man. We beat them, man. Why you so down? Listen, that quarterback right there and that coach, they got the better coach. And that quarterback running around throwing that ball and that option, man, that's something that ain't nothing to deal with. And that defense is playing better. So that's going to be a dogfight. I'm glad we at home. And Will says we good and will surprise a lot of people. So I think we could turn it around, but we have to win the games we are supposed to win. So we should do that. Let's win games we're supposed to win. And an upside to this week is one of our guys are coming back. A guy we haven't talked about, David Njoku, returns. We don't know if he is playing, but the tight ends have got some good work while he's been out. With Njoku returning, Seals Jones, the other one has slipped my mind, but he's huge. Why can't I think of his name? Somebody put it in the chat. I'm going blank. But David Njoku, to me, is more athletic than both of them. He has better speed. His hands can be wishy-washy sometimes. I know. But I'm happy he is on the trail back. Another weapon, can be a safety blanket, can open up the middle of the field while they worry about Odell Beckham on the outside. That seam route could really be open if they decide to play him Sunday. From what I heard, he feels like he can play, but he said it's up to the coach. I am glad he is returning. How do you feel about Harris? Thank you, Ben. I could not think of his name. Harris, thank you. And he is huge. I am happy Njoku is returning. Lamar's a different QB than earlier. Yes, he is. I think his name is Harris, says Clyde. It is Harris. Thank you very much. It just slipped my mind. I just know he is huge. He's like 6'6", 250. Dude's a monster. But I am glad Njoku is returning. I think he had good chemistry as well with Baker last year. They got the little sumo celebration when they throw the touchdown. He's just more athletic than both of them to me. Yes, Harris is huge. Seals Jones is a big boy too. But as far as the athletic side of it, he's more of a receiving tight end. You can't put a linebacker on that guy. You can't put a safety on that guy. Oh, I didn't forget LA. I said he ain't got the greatest hands. He said you must have forgot about the complaints in the Njoku drops already. I said his hands are here. But he's another weapon. And I know as soon as he drops a pass, get rid of him. He's trash. But I'm glad he's back. I still like him than our other 2 tight ends. I know. I like his speed. I like his athleticism. He does have dropsy sometimes. But listen, Odell drops him too. So, and people go off on Odell. So you might as well live with Njoku. But I'm glad he is coming back. I hope they play him. Get him some game reps against Miami. You might as well do it. Get him in the game. He might not be in football shape, but I am happy he is back. Play him. You don't play Hollywood, at least play him. Give us something, Freddie. My goodness. It's going to be interesting to see how they scheme the offense up with Njoku. Yes, it will, 504. And Jeremy says, so glad Njoku's coming back. He just might be the missing piece of the puzzle. And like LA said, hey, When he drops a pass, don't lose your mind unless it's a third down or a touchdown. Then go ahead, because I'll lose it with you. And there goes my camera being stupid and fuzzy. And this program's about to end early. So, let's get down to it because my camera is acting stupid. And we're going to have to end this stream a little early. Robert says we have over all the best receivers and tight ends in football. So let's get to predictions. As you can see, I'm getting blurry, so just last with me. Let's get to the predictions of the Miami game. Who wins? Who loses? Put them in the comments. Bear with me. Just think of it as, you're groggy and I'm just starting to become invisible. Who wins the game? Cleveland or Miami? And who is your big dog of the game? Get them in the chat as we wind down. Let me know who wins. And there it's back. All right. They say, yeah, we will keep you on. Who wins and why? Let's get in the comments as we wind it down. That was a sign. The NFL had enough of me bashing them for the Myles Garrett. They're trying to take me down, but I will last as long as possible. Who wins? Cleveland or Miami? Get your predictions. Get your big dog in the game. Who wins? And I'll give you some interesting numbers about these Miami Dolphins. They're terrible. That's not my numbers, but they're terrible. I wish they kept Charlie Rosen at quarterback because they were worse with him. Ryan Fitzpatrick just doesn't care about life when he plays football. He just slings the ball all over the field. He doesn't care for anything. Anything at all. Who wins? Let me give you a little trusty numbers here. They are 31st in scoring offense. That means there is one team worse than them. That is pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. What else? Let's see here. They're just bad. They are bad. They average 60 yards rushing a game. That's not. Hold on now. This isn't that bad. 28th in passing offense. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. 28th in team defense, but they're 18th in pass defense. So that's their strong suit, pass defense. Pass defense is their strong suit, the Miami Dolphins. But there is no guaranteed winning game, ladies and gentlemen. You still have to put on your shoulder pads and your pants and your helmets and your cleats, whatever cleats you want to wear. But you will get suspended for that too, OBJ, so you better wear the right cleats. They need to score in the 30s for me to be satisfied. LA says 34-13. 504 says their run defense is trash. Jeremy says 35-7's Brown. Woof. Cheryl says you have to get the ball first before a tight end can be successful. 504 says Chubbs and Hunt going to have a field day against their poor run defense. 504 says 27-13. Oh, I thought they were trying to protect your identity. Hey, man, that's a good one. I'm going to use that next time that does that. It's the second time it's done that to me. Everything's happened. I've been coming out, ranting on people, and now my camera starts to mess up. But I like that. I'm going to use that next time. I'm going to use that. And 504 says Njoku being back might free up OBJ. So get them in there. Get them in there. Robert Lee says big dog is Chubb. 742-7. Robert says checking in. What's up, my guy Robert? If you just tuned in, we are moving to Thursdays from 7 to 8. 7 to 8 from now on YouTube and Facebook. I appreciate you guys who've been rocking with me from day 1, day 8, day 36, day 42 for an hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 16 minutes, and 14 seconds. You get the drill. But we are moving to Thursdays from 7 to 8. And if you haven't, follow the Facebook page, like it, share it, follow the YouTube, like, subscribe. It helps out. It helps me out. It'll help you out too. How? Just because you're part of the family. Become part of the family. Become one of us. Browns. Let's be a voice of the fans because they don't love us. They hate us. So let's just get on their nerves while they hate. So who's my big dog of the week? He's not pictured there because he's never going to play. That's not my big dog of the week. But I wanted to show him, to show Hollywood Higgins, I'm thinking about you, my brother. They're holding you down. So I got your back, my guy. But you're not my big dog of the week because you're not going to get on the field. So I can't pick you, okay? But you're my guy. My big dog of the week is Jarvis Juice. I'm going against my former team. I'm ready to roll with Landry. That's not his whole name, but I just made it up. I think he is going to eat this game. I think he's going to be riled up. I think he's ready to roll. He's been having some good games lately. He's been seeing the end zone lately. And I think the trend continues Sunday, 1 o'clock, CBS. Jarvis, big dog of the game, Landry, will have 7 catches for 98 yards and 2 touchdowns, 2 yards below 100 because I wanted to be different, just because I can. 98 yards, 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions, and the Browns will win this ball game. I think I'm going to go a little bit with LA on this one. I want us to crack 30, okay? We haven't did that since Baltimore. I need us to crack 30. I want a big-time game here. I'm rolling with Browns 38, Dolphins 16. I need a big win. I need us to feel good. We should win this game. The offense needs to take control for once. Woo, that was terrible. For once, punch them in the mouth, take names later, and just handle some business for once. Don't have us on a heart attack against Miami, please. Please. For me. 38-16, Cleveland, and it's on Fox because CBS is trash. Thank you. It's on Fox because 2 AFC teams should play on Fox. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, on Fox. Thank you, my guy, Ben Stewart. Let's play on Fox because 2 AFC teams should play on Fox. Yeah. Thank you, Ben Stewart, for that. Roberts at Hunt catching mad passes out of the backfield. Big dog of the week. Hunt. Robert says 34-10. No more Sundays. We are on Thursdays from here on out until further notice. So 38-16 is what I got. Jarvis Landry will be the guy. Clyde says 24-10. George says iPhone 11. Gotta take care of the problem. I can't stand that fool. Let's kidnap Roger. George, you are about that life, huh? George is about that life, LA. He don't play. 504 says, change my score after hearing the stats. 35-3. Don't change that score. Don't let the stats fool you. I need to believe it to see it. But I like it. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We will be back next week. Same time, same channel. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube, go ahead and do that. I'll be putting some stuff out. I'll be talking about something, losing my mind about something. Who knows? Like, share, and subscribe. Facebook, happy emoji, sad emoji, angry emoji, thumbs up. Let me know how you feel throughout your lovely week as we watch our Browns do our thing. I don't know if Vernon's playing this week. He is still DNP. Did not participate in practices with knee injury. And Jake says, Corey, my guy, do I start Baker versus Miami or Dak versus New England this weekend fantasy? Do you have another option, my guy? I don't know. I'm going to go with Baker because I'm a Browns fan. Because that New England defense is, woo. Dak's been doing his thing. But you know Bill Belichick's the master at coaching. So I will go with Baker even though Dak's been on fire. But don't hold me to gospel because I don't want you to lose because of me. And Robert says, dang, I missed the show. You can catch it on the replay, my guy, on Facebook and YouTube. Either or. Pick which one, my guy. We'll be back next Thursday. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you know the drill. Aaron says peace. George says hell. I don't know what that was, but those are the last comments I seen, so I said them. Those are my guys, AAA, everything Browns Nation, peace. I got you guys. Until then, I will see ya when I see ya. Peace.